Hi guys, it's Danielle and today I'm going to be talking about popular books that I did not like. I want to just firstly say that I don't mean to offend anyone if any of these books are your favorite. I'm not trying to have a go at you or anything. I just personally didn't like these books. And all of these opinions on these books are my own and you don't have to agree with them. I don't have to agree with yours. Anyway, let's spill some tea, shall we? First book I want to talk about is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. So I went out and bought the pretty hardcovers because I just assumed that I was also going to love this series as much as everybody else. But turns out I did not. I don't know, it's hard to explain especially if you haven't read it. I just didn't really enjoy the writing style. It was very vague and kind of didn't explain things properly. It annoyed the crap out of me. I just wanted to know what was happening and I felt like I wasn't getting the whole picture, if that makes any sense. The whole series is like leading up to this big moment and then you get to the last book, nothing happens, and it was so anticlimactic and so disappointing. After 3 books leading up to this one point, and you're just not gonna give us anything? Really? I just don't get the hype. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't do it. The second book I want to talk about is a book that a lot of people have slowly started to realize is a horrible book. I don't own it anymore because I hated it that much that I had to get rid of it pretty much as soon as I finished it. But the book is The Bone Season. Good one. What? The book is The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simons. Follow me on Instagram or my blog and have been following me for a while, then you will know that I do not like this book. At all. I read this book 2 years ago and still to this day it is one of the worst books that I have ever read. I have so many feelings about this book. Honestly, rant about it all day. I hated this book so much. Honestly, I don't know how I finished it. This book is about 800 pages long and nothing happens in it. I wanted every single character in this book to die. I hated them all that much. At first I felt sorry for Tatiana because her family was horrible to her, like treated her like absolute crap. But this girl is so stupid and so nothing happens in the book. All the characters are horrible. But the worst part was probably the romance. The love interest, Alexander, was just abusive and manipulative and controlling and just a horrible person. He forced himself onto her and just kept trying to control her life, who she talked to, just what she was doing, and it was just not a good book. I'm sorry, but I just don't understand how people enjoy this book. I don't get it. I don't. Anyway, let's move on to another book, shall we? Whew. The next book I'm going to talk about is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. Oh yeah. Oh, books to me were just extremely overhyped. I did enjoy the second book a lot more, but I've read so many other great books and this one just wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Everyone was talking about this book, everyone loves this series and the characters, and I don't care for them. I just don't care. And yeah. The next one I've also gotten rid of, and it is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sainz. It wasn't for me, I guess. I didn't really connect to the characters. I didn't really feel anything. It just kind of fell a little flat, honestly, and I don't really have anything else to add. I don't really remember what the story was about. Just remember that I wasn't a huge fan of it. The next book is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I just didn't really enjoy it that much. Like, I didn't absolutely hate it. I just don't really think it was a book for me. I think the thing that annoyed me the most about this book was the ending. Now, I'm a person that absolutely hates open endings. So if a book has an open ending, it will completely ruin the story. It'll ruin everything, basically. So yeah, that's really all I have to say for that one. The next book I want to talk about I actually read earlier this year, and I again have already gotten rid of it. And it is Scythe by Neal Shusterman. Now, don't get me wrong, if you have read this book and you're like, what the hell? Like, how did you not enjoy this book? I really, really, really enjoyed the concept of the story and the world, and I thought that part of it was amazing. I just could not connect with these characters at all. The writing style was just not for me either. And although the story and the concept and the world and the plot was awesome, I need good characters. If you don't have good characters in the story, or if I can't connect to the characters, then I'm not going to enjoy the story. So that's what happened there. The next book I want to talk about is Wuthering Heights by, I couldn't remember which Bronte sister it was, Emily Bronte. I had to read this for uni and it took me forever to read. I found that classics are quite difficult for me to read. I just find the writing super dense and confusing to read at times. I just couldn't get into it. That's really all I can say. This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. I read and absolutely loved the Dark Shade of Magic series at the beginning of last year, and so I was just super excited to read some more by V.E. Schwab. I love her writing, loved the Shades of Magic series so much, so I had quite high hopes for this book and was so disappointed. Ugh. I literally had gotten like halfway through this book and nothing had really happened. Like, there was no action, nothing. I don't think the two characters had even met until the second half of the book. I was just kind of bored, and the characters I just didn't really care about. I definitely liked the sequel a whole lot more than this book, but yeah, it just was a huge letdown for me. The next book I want to talk about is And I Darken by Kirsten White. Again, seems like a common theme with a lot of the books that I've been talking about. Nothing happened in this book. I was just kind of bored. I was expecting a lot more from this book and was let down again. I didn't feel connected to the characters. I don't think this book was for me, unfortunately. Alright, okay, we're up to the last book. So, if you've stuck with me, thank you. The last book that a lot of people love, but I did not, was All the Right Places by Jennifer Niven. I just had super high expectations for it, and my expectations just weren't met. The more I look back on it, the more I don't like it. I also don't like how it kind of romanticizes mental illness, and again, I just found it quite overhyped. Okay, we did it. Ooh! So there are all the books that I'm going to be talking about today. Again, I hope I didn't offend anyone. I'm just sharing my opinion, and I hope you guys can respect that. If you did like any of these books, I'm not throwing shade at you, unless it was The Bronze Horseman. Let me know what popular books you guys didn't end up enjoying. And if you have similar thoughts to the books that I've talked about today, let me know, so I feel like I'm not alone here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.